Hi, crafters. I've had a few requests to show how I dried my sunflowers. You guys, I'm definitely not a professional flower dryer here. So when I did those sunflower coasters, which turned out really, really cool, I think I had left my flowers in the silica for too long. So this is a new batch that I had did, and I thought maybe I should just go ahead and video it for you guys. So as you can see, I have a Tupperware container. You need an airtight container. And I filled the bottom of it with about an inch of the silica gel powder that you can get from your craft store. I think I got mine from Michael's. And I had went out and picked more sunflowers. I'm so afraid that they're going to be gone here soon. And I want to do a bunch more crafts with them. But I cut the stems to where maybe it was about a ½ inch, and I'm sticking them down in the silica gel and trying to be careful if I overlap the petals, not to have them to where they are curved up on the side of the container, and then support them, right? So you want enough silica in the bottom of your container that it's going to support the bottom of your flowers. And you can see that I'm trying to space them out here. I had already done one container full before I videoed this one, so I'm trying to make sure I can fit all of the ones that I had left. And then I had some other little flowers that I had picked as well, and I'm putting them in the little blank spaces here that you can see. So yeah, that's the process. The silica is pretty cool because you can reuse it. So if you can see, there's little blue crystals in the silica powder, and those turn, according to my instructions in my powder that I had gotten, those turn purple when they have reached the capacity of being able to absorb any more moisture. And you can put them, you can reuse your silica. And just read your instructions on the packet. I know mine say that you can spread it out in the oven, put the oven on a very low temperature, and it'll again dry out your silica powder so you can reuse it for another time. So I think this is a really cool process because unlike pressing flowers, which makes them really flat, and hanging flowers upside down, which does dry them out, but it also makes them turn brown, the silica powder helps to keep the original color, and it doesn't dry it out to the point where they turn brown. So with these flowers that I have here, the packet, the insert inside the powder, said to only leave them in for about anywhere from 2 to 4 days, depending on how big and thick your flowers are. So you can see in here, now I'm filling in the gaps with the silica gel powder, and I'm trying to fill in the parts that will hopefully hold my petals, support them. So I am using a little cup to go in and pour the silica on top of them and in those gaps. And I know the last time I had did this, I completely covered them with the silica, and that was fine and all. However, like I said, I had left mine in the powder for far too long. So when I was trying to dig them out, right, and I couldn't see them because I completely covered them, when I was digging in there, all the petals were just falling off. So do not leave them in there for a long time, or you will have a hard time getting them out, especially if you cover them up like I did. So I'm hoping with this new batch, I learned from the last time I did this. I'm hoping that this time I can definitely keep an eye on them, make sure I don't over dry them, and then I'll have a lot better luck pulling them out. They won't be so brittle and fragile. So I'm now just finishing up covering them, filling in the gaps, and then I'll put the lids on, and then I will label them with a date. And then when it comes time to pull them out, I have a flower sealant spray that I also got from the craft store. I will use a paintbrush to get the silica powder out of the middle part of the flower and out of the stem and off of the petals. And then I'm going to spray them and seal them with my spray to hopefully help keep them preserved. And then I can use them in my crafts. So I think this is a great, excellent method for keeping the integrity of your flowers, especially if you want to use them in resin and you want to be able to see the beautiful colors that they have. So that silica powder gets everywhere. I'm cleaning my lids off, putting the other lid on, and then like I said, I'm going to label it with the date and then check on it in about 3 to 4 days. So this was the process I used for the flowers that I had used in the coasters. If you haven't seen that video yet, check it out. Go to my long videos, my regular videos, not my shorts, and I have the full process in there about how I casted these flowers in my resin coasters, and they turned out so amazing. I'm gonna make a bunch more, but I appreciate you watching today. I'll go ahead and speed up this video till it's over, and then make sure to like and subscribe.